In the grand tapestry of Victorian society, two lives unfold on seemingly separate tracks, only to become irrevocably intertwined. The story opens not in an English drawing room, but at a continental casino, where Gwendolyn Harleth, a dazzling but financially precarious young woman, stakes her last coins at the roulette table. Her beauty is her currency, her charm her shield, but beneath the glittering facade lies a core of terror about her future. It is here she first locks eyes with Daniel Deronda, a watchful, compassionate young gentleman whose gaze seems to see straight through her carefully constructed persona. This fleeting encounter plants a seed, a silent promise of understanding that will linger with Gwendolyn through the trials to come. While Gwendolyn returns to England to confront her family's ruin, Daniel's life follows a different, more introspective path. Adopted by the kindly Sir Hugo Mallinger and raised as an English aristocrat, Daniel is plagued by a quiet but persistent question: who is he, truly? His profound sense of empathy sets him apart, leading him to acts of kindness that seem instinctual. This quality manifests dramatically when he rescues a young woman, Myra Lapidoth, from a suicide attempt by the Thames. Myra, a Jewish singer searching for her lost family, becomes the first living connection to a world entirely foreign to Daniel's upbringing. Her stories of faith, displacement, and cultural pride stir something deep within him, an inexplicable sense of kinship and a yearning for a rooted identity he has never known. Driven by this new curiosity and his protective care for Myra, Daniel is drawn into the heart of London's Jewish community. There, he meets Mordecai, a frail, visionary intellectual burning with a dream of a national homeland for the Jewish people. In Mordecai's fervent idealism, Daniel encounters a sense of purpose and historical destiny that stands in stark contrast to the aimless luxury of the English upper class. As he delves deeper, learning the language and the traditions, a startling truth begins to crystallize. Through a series of letters and a fateful meeting, Daniel discovers the secret of his birth. He is, by blood, Jewish. His mother, a renowned singer who rejected her heritage for a life of artistic freedom, confesses the truth in a poignant, painful reunion. This revelation is not a simple answer but a complex gift, transforming Daniel's vague longing into a concrete calling. He inherits not just an identity, but a responsibility, to his people, to Mordecai's dream, and to his own awakened soul. Parallel to Daniel's awakening runs Gwendolyn's descent into a gilded cage. Faced with destitution, she makes a catastrophic choice. She marries the wealthy, controlling Henley Grandcourt. What she envisions as a rescue mission quickly reveals itself as a form of psychological imprisonment. Grandcourt, a master of cold cruelty, systematically dismantles Gwendolyn's spirit, dominating her every action and thought. Trapped in a luxurious nightmare, her vivacity withers, replaced by guilt and dread. Her moral compass, once guided only by self-interest, begins to spin wildly, especially as she learns of Grandcourt's abandoned mistress and children. In her profound isolation and misery, the memory of Daniel Deronda returns to her as a lifeline. He becomes her confessor, the only person to whom she can reveal her shame and despair. His counsel is not romantic, but moral. He urges her toward atonement and a life of meaningful duty, offering her a philosophy utterly different from a shallow society she once ruled. The two narratives converge with devastating force during a boating trip on the Mediterranean. Grandcourt drowns, and Gwendolyn, who had harbored murderous wishes, is consumed by a crushing guilt that she may have contributed to his death by hesitating to throw a rope. Shattered, she turns to Daniel, seeking absolution and direction. This moment represents the climax of their intertwined journeys. Daniel, now secure in his purpose, can offer her not a romantic future, but the harder gift of truth. He encourages her to find her own path to redemption through a life of service and genuine moral effort, a stark contrast to her previous existence of performance and manipulation. Meanwhile, Daniel, honoring his heritage and Mordecai's dying wish, commits himself to the cause of a Jewish homeland and plans to marry Myra, whose gentle strength complements his resolve. The novel concludes not with a conventional romantic union between its two principals, but with a powerful sense of divergent destinies shaped by self-discovery. Gwendolyn is left to rebuild her life from the wreckage, armed with a new and painful understanding of her own character. Daniel embarks for the East, his personal quest for identity having blossomed into a public mission, his private life united with the community he has embraced. Their relationship, a profound connection of souls at a critical crossroads, ultimately guides them towards separate horizons, each illuminated by the hard-won light of authenticity and purpose.